What is happening, everybody? I hope you're having a great start to your week this week. I wanted to come on here today and show off some of the new containers that we got. Great for the holidays, very neutral tones. I'm going to be designing in this one. I've got water in this one. I really like this one, especially doing a centerpiece for Thanksgiving, and then as your flowers will eventually die out for the Christmas season, potting a couple amaryllis bulbs, maybe an amaryllis and some paper whites. It's a great idea for this one. So I'm going to design this one today. Tomorrow I'll put out a video doing something in this one. Both of these will be available for purchase this week. If you want them, just give us a call. I'll give you a great deal on both. If you want both, I'll discount them for you. So getting started, I'm doing the color scheme kind of fall-y with some purples. I've got pepperberry, calla lilies, hypericum roses, flat fern, solidago, alstroemeria, stock, and a couple of sunflowers. So without further ado, let's get started. Always in these low, kind of oval, round type containers, they're very hard to design in if you do not shove it with greenery. So I always like to start with a hefty amount of greenery to be able to hold my flower stems in place. As you are doing your greenery, especially in water, you want to make sure that you don't get any leaves down into your water, because that promotes bacterial growth, and it will eventually, speed up the decay of your flowers. Alrighty. So we're just going to keep shoving and shoving and shoving until I get to the point where I feel like I'm happy with the amount of greenery, and it will hold all of the flowers that we start putting in here. I'll kind of give you an introduction to myself, because I'm sure not a lot of you have met me or know who I am. My name is Drew Hughes. I am Peachy Saxon's great-grandson. I came into the business probably about 4 years ago just as a helping hand, and the longer I stayed, the more responsibilities got dumped onto me. So I kind of run and manage everything now. I wouldn't necessarily consider myself the lead designer, but then again I am, because I kind of clear everything that goes out the door, making sure that that it is up to our standard. I guess the main position that I hold would be manager. So this is just leather leaf. It's very inexpensive. We use it in pretty much every arrangement that we do. A little bit more here. I'm going to shove in through the top, kind of sticking up. But Miss Peachy, my great-grandmother, I call her my mom. That's how I've known her all my life. She has taught me a lot in the world of floral design. I'm very appreciative for her. And I was fortunate enough to be able to kind of kick her out, let her go and do the things that she enjoys. She spends most of her time in her garden now, which I just love, because that's where her heart and her passion is. But I'm very appreciative of all the things that she has taught me, and she is a very educated woman in the world of floral design, and then also in just horticulture in general. So the amount that I have learned from her without any formal schooling is just irreplaceable. Alrighty. So on a centerpiece arrangement, I always try and base my height, which is one of the first things that Miss Peachy taught me with floral design, is you put your elbow on the table and you want to put your hand at a 90 degrees, and that's about the height that you want it at, because for most tables, when you're sitting down, that's not going to obstruct your eye line when you're sitting across from somebody. And you might have a few like wispy things going up, but not enough to really distract from your conversation. Another reason that I really love floral design and including it in family functions and in just events in general is there always seem to be a talking point. You can talk about it and discuss the flowers, discuss the meaning, and just how it brings beauty into your occasion. So what I'm doing here is, this is ruscus. This one was a little bit bad. The leaves were drying out, but that does not mean that it's unusable. We always love to repurpose pretty much everything that we have and that we do. So like this, I'm gonna let it go up. Same thing with gerbers or sunflowers. As they start to go bad, we don't always throw them away. A lot of times we'll pluck those outer petals off, and a gerber center or a sunflower center are always really pretty to use in an arrangement. It gives a different feel and just a different texture to your design. So this is what I'm talking about with something a little bit more wispy. It's not really going to obstruct your line of sight to the person across the table from you, but it does add a different layer. So now I'm going to come in with some fern. Oh, where's my other fern? Here it is. Come in with some pieces of fern. And one of the rules I have with my designers is that your greenery should always be pretty enough to go out on its own. Before you ever put your first flower in, your greenery should be able to sell by itself. And greenery is a very pretty arrangement, just a greenery arrangement. It's very earthy, and it matches a lot of the styles of some of the modern homes, you know, using your earthy natural tones. So if you're interested in just a greenery arrangement, you can always order just a greenery arrangement. It doesn't have to be flowers, even though we are a floral and gift shop. So I think we're good here. Here's kind of my base. So I'm within, you know, my hand height. Got a few wispy. Well, now we're just going to kind of move forward with the flowers. I'm going to start with some of my hanging. This pepperberry, I can get it out of this bucket. It's real pretty to use for hanging. So what my kind of goal is here is to kind of go for, well, we'll see how it develops. I never know what my arrangements are going to turn out to be until I finish. But I'm going to kind of go for more of an asymmetrical. So from here up. Like I said, we'll see how it goes. I might change my mind halfway through. That's just how floral design goes. One of the best things for care in your floral arrangements, whether you make them or whether you purchase them from a floral shop, is to always make sure that there is fresh water in your arrangements. A lot of people let their vases go dry, and that causes your flowers to die. So your floral arrangements, at least from us, our flower quality is really high. We pride ourselves on having long-lasting arrangements. We have had people call us and let us know that our flowers have lasted up to 3 weeks and still looking good. But now we're going to go in with some of our focal flowers. I'm going to use sunflowers as one of our focals, and I'm going to tuck them in real shallow, kind of deep into the greenery. That's another thing that I was taught by Miss Peachy. You want ins and outs. So as you're designing, you want some flowers to be more inserted, you want some flowers to be more out. That's going to give your arrangement depth. Now we're going to go in with some green balls, and I'm going to set this probably right here in the center here, and we're going to come across. And to be honest, I don't really know what else to talk about. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to finish designing, and then we're going to fast forward to the end. And if I think of anything else to say, I will kind of voice over or bring it up at the end. Yeah, so thanks for tuning in. I do plan on doing more videos like these that are a little bit longer format. If you have any questions, want to see anything in particular, drop a comment and let us know. I do have a plan to make one video about flowers and flower meanings that was requested of us. But yeah, so this arrangement is available. I will discount if you want to buy the both. Just give us a call and let us know. We'll be happy to deliver it to you. Thanks and happy Thanksgiving.